Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh new Marriage Monday for you. Welcome into the jungle, and I'm excited to get into another show this week, start off another week strong, and see where this week takes us. It's been wild. Getting to this point, this year is already crazy. It is almost the end of Q1, and I don't know how to feel about that. Like, we are literally 3 weeks away from end of Q1 of 24, and I'm like, man, I don't even feel like we've really gotten started, but we have gotten started. And so I would say this past week really was our kickoff week as far as spring rush goes. We're still in the early stages for sure, but it's definitely coming, and we got a big project this week. And I guess before we get into the show too far, we should bring in our better half. Some would say our better half. Some would, I don't know what they would say, but Savannah is with us today. Again, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm glad
excited
to finally
to be here.
Part. Yeah, I'm just sitting over here collecting dust, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to come out of your mouth when I bring you in. So
you just prefer to not?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just bring you when we get to you. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate
Well, you
it.
run the show. All right, you take the show then, since you want to be a big part.
I did not say that. It goes from 0 to 100 too quick.
When I need to do a new thumbnail right now. We need to update our cover art. Are you going to be in it? Should we do a picture together?
I feel like you'd go in and make it different for every episode?
Yeah, it would
because I would not be on the other ones.
Yeah, but you're on it enough. People know who you are. Like, you're a celebrity.
I don't feel that way. I feel like, I don't know. I feel, have you ever heard someone's voice for so long and then seen them and been like, oh, that's not what I thought?
That's not what I sounded like?
That's
not what you thought?
I feel like that's what's going to happen. And people are going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah, because we are definitely
heard the image of the show.
We're definitely more known over the audio waves than the visual waves.
Which is
sure.
fine. Which is fine.
But, well, excited to have you here today.
Thank you for
Let's
having me.
get into another Marriage Monday. What is Marriage Monday, in case somebody doesn't know, if they're new to the show?
Marriage Monday is when I come on with you, and we talk a lot about marriage, business, running a business together, working together, and working not together because I have a job outside of your business, so that makes things a little interesting as well. So we just talk about life, business, marriage, fun, parenting, a little of everything.
All of it. It is. It's wild. We're crazy.
We're crazy.
Some would say you're crazy to do it together, like to go all in. I don't know. You may be more crazy to keep. Well, there goes Sven's water everywhere. That's good.
It's
okay. Get rid of this cup. Okay, this is the problem with these freaking Stanleys. Is they're too big for any cup holder.
Yeah, that's why you need to buy me a Brewmate.
Why? Here we go. The next new cup. We've had this conversation a billion times. It's literally a new cup.
I want a Brewmate.
We're gonna start a cup company just to retire in about 3 years of time.
No, because to retire in 3 years because I'll be ready for something different.
They get started, and they last like 6 months. They go popular on TikTok.
Stanley was a
It's actually a super old brand. It's like a thermos, I thought.
Yeah. You know, they totally rebranded. They were towards men or something, outdoorsy stuff, and they realized that their target audience were girls, totally teenage
shifted.
Girls, and they totally rebranded and totally shifted gears, and here they are.
The problem is they're nice cups, but they don't fit any cup holders. So somebody
they're
make
very
a cup
wide, and they spill. So
they're not
easily.
leak proof.
But what am I trying to say? They're what do things when things have a moment in time where they're famous? They're there's
fad.
a term.
It's
I guess
a
a fad. Yeah, maybe. I feel like it's something else, but
no, it's a fad.
Okay, well that's all Stanleys are. So
Yeah.
they're already pretty much out.
Literally. And so now you're saying it's going to be Brewmate, but it's going to be the same thing.
No,
for them.
Brewmate is for different reasons. Stanley was just because they were popular and cool and they went viral. Brewmate actually has some good aspects and features that I feel like will benefit me more.
Literally,
I'll
the
make a
Stanley
presentation
just went like it's not even that good of a cup. Like it's a good cup.
Yeah,
but it's not
fine.
that great. Like it's not anything
it's
like
fat.
that.
It's the straw's really hard. It leaks really bad.
It gets beat up.
Yeah, well, mine does because it's the material. People are not here to listen to us debate about Stanleys, though.
Yeah, well, what are they here
for? Marriage Monday.
Oh, I was talking about it. You may be more crazy. You may be slightly more crazy to do this, and you still have a job outside of here. That may be a little more crazy because you're somewhat in the business, and then you also are out of the business in your nursing career.
Some would say it's the best of both worlds.
Some could say that, but that is where we're at in lifetime here, and so this is what we got going on. Savannah's a nurse. I have done the business for 5 years now, going into year 6, which is wild, but we're here, and so. It's been a journey to get here. It's been a wild ride. We started the podcast, it's almost been 3 years.
Yep.
This is going to be year 3. And so I'm excited.
Is this year 3 or are we going into year 4? We're in year 3. We're wrapping up year 3, right?
No, we're finishing up year.
Did you not?
This is year 2.
I thought you started in 21.
No, yeah,
Are you having a stroke?
I don't know how this works. Okay. No, yeah, we're going into. We started in 21.
If you've been doing something, like if the anniversary...
We've been doing it for 2.5 years. Like, we're 2.5 years. We're going to... Yes, it'll wrap up 3 years.
Okay, so we'll be going into year 4.
To the 4th year, correct.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, we will finish up 3 years.
So you started it in the summer of 21?
Summer of 21 is when we started,
yeah,
yes.
So...
Summer of 21, summer of 22, summer of 23.
Going into 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's great. It's fun. Learning a lot.
That's where we're at. And so it's been a crazy process to get here. It's flown by, honestly. We're at like 350, 360 something episodes right now. So thank you all for tuning in and following along and sticking with us. It's really fun getting to do this. And right around the content changes, the Marriage Mondays change. We started that around 2 years ago. Right now we're just right around sightseeing while we record a show. So
yeah, I'm really confused as to what you're doing. It's kind of...
Well, what I'm really doing is, we can talk about this, this is a new aspect that I think I'm going to take on getting new jobs this year. So we've made it pretty clear we want to grow the company this year. That's where our focus is. And we're going to talk a little bit today about navigating the spring rush aspect and how we're going to work through it better and have a better experience.
Yeah, we can talk about things that we've done in the past to try and to go well.
Yeah.
And things that haven't worked and things that we're going to try just to make it as smooth of a time as possible, because I feel like if you know anything about this time as a landscaping business owner, that there's not really much that's probably smooth about it as far as timing and craziness. And
no, it's wild.
Yeah. So there are things you can do to make it smoother or less chaotic. And there's some things we've tried that have worked and things that we're going to try and see if they do work as far as on the home front,
Correct. And the business. And I'm driving around right now. We're driving around and I'm looking at this new development that they're putting in. It's all empty lots right now. And
I didn't even know this was here, honestly. This is like 3 seconds from our house.
Yeah, I know. And I'm shifting my focus more towards new installs this year. That's where I want to, I would like to niche down on that for the landscaping side. We have a lot of new developments going in. It's just a matter of getting in with the right people and finding the right contacts to get in touch with. What? Did you say right?
I said right.
I thought you said all right. Like you're moving, move on.
Well, that's it, but.
So I'm just looking. I want to see what was going on up here. But we are actually, so the other day, the reason I brought this up was the other day I was driving and they were in our downtown historic district where we live. It's bunch of Civil War houses, super old houses.
Mm-hmm.
And that part of town is extremely popular now. There's an elementary school, super small town feel. And so now they are, people are buying them and flipping them. But then some of them, they're literally just tearing them down. They're buying them for the lot, tearing the house down and putting a new house on the lot.
Yeah. And
that's what they did at this place. That is a massive excavator. That is, you know how much that excavator weighs?
Not a clue.
100,000 pounds. It's a 49-ton excavator.
That's pretty
Look
big.
at the bucket on that thing.
Oh yeah, that right there is so tiny.
Yeah, it's sitting next to a full size. It's a Cat 2 2890 skid sitting next to this
tiny. It looks
excavator,
like a toy.
and it literally looks like a toy, like something out of a movie. It looks like a toy. No joke.
I'm not lying. That's so funny.
We need to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
But oh, by the way, this is we're so all over the place.
Yeah,
by the
squirrel.
way,
this is why you cannot do road shows.
By
You
the
should
way,
have just parked.
By the way, your poll lost last week, big time.
That's fine.
Big time.
I don't care.
Everyone has heard of the term shaking hands, kissing babies.
Well, they
Here,
clearly don't
should
work
we
in
do the next
healthcare,
poll?
so.
Let's start a Marriage Monday week poll of the week.
You did that at one point.
Well, I was doing daily polls. That was a lot.
That is hard.
This
yeah,
is the
poll of the week.
Marriage Monday poll of the week. Do you eat barbecue
Oh, yeah.
sauce with your chicken fingers? I'm not a freak for that. We have friends that we were
First of all-
No. Okay,
Oh
you
my
did not.
Gosh.
You did
gotta
not.
Settle down.
Well, you did not say. Well, I know where you were going.
No one said you were a freak.
They said they never heard of anybody doing it.
Okay, that's
a little
and I
far-fetched.
admitted to you that might be a little overboard. But what we are trying to get across to you is that is not one of the most popular condiments to have with chicken fingers.
It is one of the most. It may not be.
No, it's going to be ketchup, ranch, honey mustard. Those are your three top condiments. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, and then I'm not going to hear it because I'm not. It's not barbecue sauce.
We're going to post a poll, guys. This is up to you.
I'm telling you right now, no one's arguing that barbecue sauce shouldn't or can't be eaten with chicken fingers, but what they are arguing is that it's not one of the most common or popular. So
it is one.
Put it on the poll by all means, please.
What should we put? What's the top? If we put the
Just
top
put,
one,
is barbecue sauce a popular chicken finger condiment? Yes or no?
Where's your phone? We need to take a picture of this so I can.
Okay. Pause, everyone. We're taking a picture
Pause
of
so we
this.
can take a picture of this.
This can be the picture that you put the poll on.
Seriously, it's a joke how small this thing looks.
Yeah, it's funny.
But anyway, all right, where were we going with that? So that was the poll. Back to where we were talking about. They're flipping these houses. They tore this one down. I was driving by the other day. They're building it now. The framing is up. And there was somebody there, and I stopped it. I was literally driving by. I saw them, put the car in reverse.
We were literally on the phone. He said, hold on, I'm going to back up. I'm going to go talk to these people.
Yeah.
Turn the car around.
And so I hung up with her, backed it up, went out, got out, introduced myself, and I'm going to hopefully follow up. I'm going to go back by there, hopefully, and see them out there again. But from all intents and purposes, the dude was pretty adamant. He seemed like he was going to actually call me and use us for their landscaping. I was just introduced myself and was like, hey, nice to meet you. Beautiful home. Where are you coming from? Do you live around the area? Get them to talk about themselves for a minute and make them think you're interested in what they're doing. Because I am. We're going to solve, but I see a problem that they have, which is their landscape is going to have to be done. So how can we solve that problem? And this is a step in the process to get there. And so we just had conversation and told him what I did and all this. And I told him that we could do everything, start to finish, sod, lighting, install, irrigation, all that stuff. And he went on, he was like, oh, you do irrigation? Oh, you do lighting? So I was like, yeah, we can do all of that. And he seemed pretty adamant. He was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get this, and I'm going to give you a call when we finish up. So that was one of the things that I was just saying, I'm changing up my tactics this year of trying to find new work, because we're doubling our sales goal. Our pipeline has to increase big time, and I don't have a salesperson. So that was a perfect opportunity to that is 100%. If we ended up getting that job, that's going to be a $30,000 to $50,000 landscaping install. No doubt about it. They're putting a pool in the back. They want lighting. They want irrigation. It will be easily be a $30,000 to $50,000 job. And it's that's a massive percentage of our revenue that we can close with one job just by stopping and saying, hey, and introducing myself.
Right.
And so that's kind of tactics that we're having this year. I want to get more creative. I want to get out. I'm probably going to stop back by this development when they're out here this week and just try to find the PM on it and ask if they've already signed a contract with a landscaper for this, because right now it's just chert. It's just dirt. So they're going to start throwing up houses, I'm sure, this spring, and we could get in and get them done. And the reason I am interested in this is because you get to build them for the builder, but then you also get to build a relationship with the customer afterwards. There's 3 points of sales here. You have your sale with the developer doing the original install. You have your sale with the developer or the HOA or the property management company doing the common areas to the HOA once the neighborhood is finished. The third point is the actual customer being in here, talking to them and stuff, and getting to build those relationships and hopefully take care of their lawn after. So that's what's interesting to me we'll see if that ends up panning out this year or not. But that's kind of a rabbit that I want to chase right now. But going into spring rush, all that being said, that's one of our tactics, and we're going to handle spring rush a little differently than we have because we want to stay on the same page, and we want to go pretty smooth. We want it to go pretty smooth this year. We want to get through it as easy as we can and with the best communication that we can. And a lot of things come in a lot of things are involved in that we got to change and kind of just really hammer down on this year.
Yeah. Well, starting out, like, what do you think is one thing that we've or implemented in the past or done in the past that has helped ease the crazy psycho few weeks, months that you would call spring rush? I have something off the top of my head, but what do you think?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the talking every morning before we leave. I mean, is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Oh, well.
It was.
Good guess.
Great guess, some would say.
I mean, that is the biggest thing there. That's the biggest thing that I think helped last year. We talked about that at trades in our speech at trades. That was a lot of what we were talking about was just what we did. We talked about that. Talk about things that we did.
That's not what our trade speech was.
That's not what the whole speech was about. We talked about that in there. About
I don't remember.
Communication and just making that like a key point, like in the mornings.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Anyways, the purpose of that and why it was helpful to us during spring rush specifically is because that time is even more so less structured than like, your normal mowing or whatever once you get into the actual season, just because you got odds and ends jobs and phone calls and, last minute meetings and whatever.
Tons of estimates at all hours of the day.
So the reason that I feel like that helped, because we actually took it day by day. Usually we can take it like every Sunday night. We'll kind of sit down and ask what the week looks like. But specifically during spring rush, before either of us leave for the day, it's, what's on the agenda for the day and when do you think you'll be home? And I feel like that's something that has been actually pretty beneficial for us because everything's out there. And not to say that, things don't come up or happen, but at least both people have an idea of kind of what the day is going to look like on both ends. Yeah,
well, even if you have to say, I don't know, like a lot of times I say, I don't know. I mean, because I don't in the morning, but at least that it creates that expectation for you. Like that's something we've talked about a lot in our own just like personal conversations recently are about uncommunicated expectations that are not clear or misinformed expectations. Like that is one of the biggest issues. Like I've talked communication on Marriage Mondays for 2 years now about how important it is in marriage and in business, and the expectation side, whether you're expecting too much, you're not expecting enough, like that whole process there is can really, really mess you up. And so just at least knowing and being able to expect somewhat of what the day looks like, it makes it easier for you.
Yeah, no, 100% for me because, a lot of times you end up being so busy that, and I feel like it's a very common thing for spouses or, people to not talk back and forth all day. Like we have stuff going on. You don't always get that. And so when you get busy and aren't able to respond or whatever, at least I have an idea. Okay, well, he said they're going to have this, but he's planning to be home around X time. And that's, I think, kind of going into my second thing from the spouse's perspective is just learning to be flexible in this season. Like this is not forever. Like spring rush is not forever. It is spring rush. And so learning to be flexible and kind of trying to adapt as best you can is another kind of just mentality you need to have going into it. And that is very helpful.
Well, because there's so much that goes into, like so much goes into play in that. Like if we as the business owner, like going out and doing the work, doing the estimates, putting the time in, like if we feel like we're not being supported fully because you or other spouses, like you're like you're mad because I'm late one day or something like that, then that's just going to turn. It's just going to turn into a bigger cycle there.
Yeah, I think if there's three things, I'm trying to think of a word to use for the first one we just said about like scheduling. I'm trying to think about that. But I guess there's three things that I'm trying to think about here that we've done or that stick out to me the most are the laying out the expectations, even if it day by day. I think that actually matters more than people think, or you guys think it does. Expectations and respect. I feel like a lot of the times we
respect it, and it goes both ways.
That's what I'm saying.
What's tough.
That's what I'm saying is I think that in the past we have not been respectful of each other. Human beings tend to be selfish, so I'm thinking about how what you're doing is going to affect me, and how you being on your phone a lot, or you being out late, you not being home by dinner, how that affects me, not necessarily just how it affects you. And so I think, and the flip side of that is that you don't always see or maybe think, and I'm not just saying Jeremiah, I'm saying husbands, people that are out working, you don't really always understand how, or maybe respect what I've been doing all day, and how you being on your phone a lot at home, or you being out working later, or you not responding to me for hours, how that affects me. And so I think that, there's this whole disclaimer here that we've talked about a lot. We talked about this a lot at trades, about how this isn't me saying, and wives have to understand, or, the spouse at home needs to understand. It's not that they'd rather be out doing that. Yeah. That's not the mentality I'm trying to create. It's you're upset because they're not there and they'd rather be out doing that. That's not it. But there is a difference in you understanding that, but also being respectful of the fact that it at the end of the day, it is still affect me. We are still married, and you being out, or you being on your phone, or whatever, that does still affect me and Jack and kids, whatever. So I think that's another thing that I'm trying to be more aware of, is respectful of the fact that what you're doing is working. You're not just out for fun. It is a job. But that's so much easier to do when you feel like the respect is reciprocated, and that you respect me as your wife, and you're trying to be true to your word if you tell me you're going to be home by dinner that night.
Or communicating as soon as you know you're not. And that's something I'm trying to be better at, is if plans get changed throughout the day, which they will this time of year, something breaks, it's taking longer than expected, it's raining, then just as soon as you have a moment, stop and text for 30 seconds. And I'm preaching to the choir here that you're going to be late, something changed, whatever happened, because there's no way for you to know that.
Yeah. And I
you don't
think
know if
the
you're not told.
respect thing doesn't necessarily always mean you have to come home when you say you're going to come home. It is, but I think it's handling that situation, what you just said, with respect, because we've dealt with this, and that if that situation changes, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would obviously prefer that you tell me when you know, instead of wait 5 minutes until you're supposed to be home and say, oh yeah, it rained, or oh yeah, this guy needs to meet me at 6:30 and I said I was going to be home at 6, but you don't tell me till 5:55.
Yeah.
But it's I'm trying to emphasize this enough, handle the situation with respect. And sometimes the acknowledgement needs to be there. I know I said to be home at 6. I'm sorry. I know you probably plan on dinner, or at whatever you guys have talked about doing that night, whether that's you cooking dinner, or I know the kids have been crazy, or I know, you had planned on this. I'm trying as fast as I can, or I'm sorry. Just something to acknowledge the fact that what your actions and your work does affect me, because I think that sometimes gets lost in translation. And again, these aren't things that, it's not that you don't know that, but in the heat of the moment, and when the days start to all run together because you feel like it never ends, the physical or verbal acknowledgement of it and respect of knowing that your decisions do affect us, I think that matters too. And again, and that's me being respectful in my response, and not, making you feel bad or making you feel guilty, respecting the fact that what you're doing is a job. It's not for fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm not out just golfing. We're working.
Yeah.
That is really good. I would say another thing that we're doing this year, that I started doing this probably halfway through last year, but we're really putting a huge emphasis on it this year, is putting like scheduling everything, putting everything on there, and we've done pretty good at it the last 2 weeks. Like we're in. I mean, spring rush is here. Like we're in the beginning stages. So
yeah, we kind of trialed it through the winter, but when there wasn't as much to do as far as putting everything on the calendar.
But it gets easy to get like when you're not actively doing stuff all the time. Like it's just you forget to do it.
I think it started mattering like with reffing. That was when you really started actually putting everything on there because that matters.
Yeah, because I mean, I had my ref schedule, but it wasn't visible to you. So
yeah, and the ref schedule isn't like it was like hours at a time that you were going to be gone like that pretty much the whole night. Yeah, multiple nights a week. So it mattered. Like I needed to know that.
Yeah, and so now we've done that, and it's worked pretty well, honestly. I mean, like I said, we're a couple weeks in. Everything goes on there now, and really, I'm doing that because. Not only does it help with us, but like it helps me with my scheduling now. Like I don't double book myself. I can look and like, people always play the game of like, oh, let me check my calendar. Like use your calendar to where it actually matters to check it. Like now I have to check it now because I have things booked. And so that it prevents double booking. It prevents you from like burning yourself out too fast because you can look at the day and be like, oh no, I'm full that day.
I think it also our calendar is shared, like totally. Yeah. I know every podcast, every meeting, every customer meeting that he has. And there are times where like I'm able to be like, hey, you remember we have that this afternoon. And not that it happens often that you forget, but you're like, oh shoot, that is today. Though,
yeah.
So it kind of helps for us both to have eyes on it because there are also times like Jack's doctor's appointments are on there.
Yeah.
Or when I have, whatever social thing, because, I don't do anything else, I guess. But everything's on a shared calendar. So I think that's been helpful too. And that kind of goes back to, communicating what the day looks like. But having the calendar helps us be prepared ahead of time. And it helps me, help you. Remember.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten to the point. I'll tell you this. We have not gotten to the point where we've put too much yet. So we're going to keep putting stuff. Like we're going to keep getting more detailed.
Yes.
And then we might get to the point where like, okay, that doesn't need to be on there, but we're yet to reach that point.
Right.
So like we're just going to continue
keep
going.
Doing it.
And color coding is huge. Like my stuff is all green, and that's just what I'm sticking
I'm
to.
too lazy for that. I guess I don't really put any of that on there.
But it's one more step though, and it's easy because I can just glance at it and say, what do I have that day?
Yeah.
It's the same, and we did that with the principal in
with
our
reffing. Everything was red.
With reffing and in our calendar in the office. We have an actual physical paper calendar on the wall in the office, and it's got like our trips, my work events, like things like that, and that's all color coded to know like family versus business.
So just at first glance, you know what it is.
Exactly, and so on our Google Calendar, it is just anything that I'm involved in that's me, not like anything that's not stuff that we're doing together, but like anything that is me. It's all
work.
Green.
Yeah,
it's all green, and so whether that be podcast, estimate, job, like whatever that is. And I don't put my jobs on the calendar. That's all in LMN, but it is pretty much anything day to day, just meetings, stuff like that. That all goes on there. And so it's helped a lot. It's helped us just get set up and really be firing on all cylinders, hopefully, because we got a lot of work to sell. We got a lot of estimates to do.
Yeah.
I haven't calculated the number of how much I should actually be estimating a month, but if we're doing $600,000 divided by 12 is, what is that? $50,000 a month?
Something like that.
Is that right? That's right. 50 times 12 is 6. Or 5 times 12 is 60. So what are you doing? Really, if we break that over 10 months, what is that? What is 600,000 divided by 10?
Hold on.
Is that 60,000? Yeah. 6,000.
It's really late.
Yeah, it is. So 60,000 a month for 10 months. That means we should probably be estimating. We should probably send out estimates for probably $85,000 to $90,000 of work a month.
That is absolutely insane.
Now that's not 100% true because I have maintenance, so like we're not all design build. If we were all new installs, it'd be different. That's just insanity, though. But yeah, I mean, we should be sending out probably 50 to 60 of new design work, install work. So. That's wild right there. So that just like we have a lot of work to do this spring, this summer. And so we're excited. We're up for it. We're going to set a goal. We're going to set a big goal. We're going to go chase it and figure out along the way. If we fall short, we fall short, but it's not going to be because we didn't try. And so we will tackle this year one day at a time, literally one meeting at a time, and I think that we'll rock it and have a good year ahead. I'm excited for all the things to come. What do we have? Do we have anything? We don't have really anything coming up right now. We're just work. I mean, no events, no nothing like that. So
nope.
We got some personal stuff. We got 2 weddings in the same weekend coming up, which is
and I'm in one of them. So it's a whole different ballgame when you're in it.
Yeah, weddings are just. I don't know when the last time y'all were in a wedding, but it is a very time consuming thing.
Yeah, it's like so exciting and it's so fun. You just forget how much of like time it takes.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, in one, not in the other. But the other one's like over an hour away or something.
Yeah. So
that is the worst part about weddings, like having to
might get another road show on the way home from that wedding next week.
Yeah. Because that's on a Sunday. Oh.
Yep. But
it's fine.
It's good. It's good. The week ahead is going to be awesome. Hope you all have a great week if you're listening live. It's an awesome time to be alive. We're excited. It's going to be a great year. I love getting to network with each and every one of you. Share the show if you enjoyed it. Reach out. Let us know how we can help you. If these episodes help you Marriage Monday, then just give us some feedback. We love that stuff. So anything specific you want us to talk about, let us know. We will try to get people on who know more than us and go through some of those topics, or anything we can share personally that we're going through. We'd be happy to do that as well. So thanks for tuning in to the show today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Head over to TriGreenEquipment.com if you want to check out anything from TriGreen they got going on there. You hear their stuff on Wednesdays. And so we love them. They're our local dealer. And go check them out for Spring Rush ahead. Get you booked up and ready to go. So head over to, where else can people go if they want to find good stuff? Hardscape Academy, Launchpreneur Academy. I'm trying to think of good resources that people can go to this spring.
It's pretty good.
Ballard sells good stuff, all kinds of stuff. Sign up with LMN, get your business on track. So all the stuff here at the end of the show. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. It means the world that you listen each and every week, 3 times a week. So we'll be back here on Wednesday. Looking forward to it. So without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. And we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.